Alabama District Attorney said Monday that authorities have good reason to believe that the human remains found in a wooded area belonged to 19-year-old Aniah Blanchard, the missing stepdaughter of UFC heavyweight fighter Walt Harris. The remains were found on a county road in a neighboring Macon County. She was last seen on October 23rd in Auburn. After she disappeared, Blanchard's black Honda CR-V was found abandoned more than 50 miles away from an apartment complex in Montgomery, Alabama. Here to give us more insight on this story is Onyx News correspondent Reynolds McZorn. Reynolds, this story is absolutely heartbreaking to say the least.
The consensus around the state of Alabama is that regarding this crime is that it shouldn't have even happened, given the fact that the man who's charged with the crime, Ibrahim Yazid, he was out on bond earlier for a kidnapping that was committed in the month of January. And just to give you a little backdrop about this guy, this man committed a crime against the victim, William Joseph Fuller, where he brandished a handgun and actually beat him with it to near death. And he was charged in this case with attempted murder, first-degree robbery, and also first-degree kidnapping. So, I mean, this is a tragedy. This man shouldn't have even been freed at this point to even commit this crime against Aniah Blanchard, in my opinion.
Well, the police have arrested 29-year-old Ibrahim Yazid and a second man, 35-year-old Antoine Shamar Fisher of Montgomery, on kidnapping charges in Blanchard's disappearance. In an arrest warrant filed with the court on Monday, police said that Fisher helped Yazid by disposing of evidence and driving him. Officials also say that a third man, David Johnson Jr., was arrested on Monday in Montgomery and charged with hindering prosecution in the case. Reynolds, the thing that's interesting here is what you mentioned earlier. I want to go back to 29-year-old Yazid and that he had a previous case earlier this year. And so it's interesting that he was even out and even able to commit a crime for something that he had already done that was so heinous.
You're right, Nietzsche, and it doesn't stop there. I mean, we can go back even further. 2012, this young man had an incident with the Montgomery Police Department where he took his vehicle and rammed it into their vehicle and once again was charged with attempted murder. And so we see this pattern occurring in the past in this man's life, and the justice system has to get a grip on this because this man, he shouldn't have been freed given his past. Maybe there's some mental issues. His mother says he may have had mental issues because he was dropped on his head as a kid. We don't know, but one thing we do know is he shouldn't have been freed to commit this crime against Aniah Blanchard. That's for sure.
His mother did write a letter to the court, and she did say that she believes that he is suffering from a mental disorder, and like you mentioned, that he suffered from a head injury as a child and that he doesn't always have good judgment. Yazid also wrote to the court pleading for his release, and he said that if he was released, that it would alleviate jail overcrowding and save taxpayers a lot of money. In 15 seconds or less, Reynolds, give me your final thoughts on this.
Well, my heart goes out to the father, who is a UFC champion, 9th-ranked heavyweight in the world, Walt Harris, and also ESPN and the job that they reported that the UFC is doing in raising $100,000 towards this case to help with the family. I'm excited and to know that, and I'm comforted to know that they're being helped in this time.
Thank you so much, Reynolds, always for awesome reporting.